sorry, please. I'm trying to not swallow my boogers and not cough and sneeze in this video. But anyway, this is my new hat. And like I said before, it's a bowl because I don't deal with bullshit.
Waited for hours, watching the day go by.
Hi, the Many Shades of Gay, and welcome to a new episode of Zach's Variety Show. Today there's not going to be that much variety. I am sick, and I caught it from George, so that means I'm not cheating on him, right? Anyway, talking about cheating, I'm going to segue right into the topic this week. Fantasy versus Mantasy, okay? Well, my definition of fantasy is something that you dream of or you wish that were real that will never become a reality. My fantasy, of course, is to be transformed into a fairy and live in Tinkerbell's world. That's just my fantasy, to live on that pixie dust diet. You know, I just want to do that. I really do. Like, if I can be reincarnated into one thing, it would have to be a fairy. So, Mantasy. It's a word I created, of course. It's not that difficult. I just took the F out of fantasy and added an M and made it a Mantasy. And basically, a Mantasy is a wet dream that you have that is so realistic, you really think you are living it. And when you wake up and see the person you had a wet dream about, you're like, oh my god, are we together? But then the person looks at you and be like, oh, hello, we're related. And you're like, oh my god. And then you just run away. But no, that's basically what a fantasy is. You just have that realistic dream where anything can happen in your real life when you wake up. So my fantasy lately has been about this guy who shall not be mentioned. And it started off at first in my dream. I just went to sleep and I'm in my home and someone knocks on the door. I open it and my man comes in and says hi. He kisses me and you just see these sparks, or I saw these sparks. My body tingled like it has never tingled before, and I'm like, oh my god, this isn't right. You're someone else's boyfriend. And I'm like, and I've been with George for 10 years. We can't do this. And he's like, well, we actually can because I want you. And I'm like, take me. Next scene, we're in the bed. I have a wedding ring on. Somehow we got married. I don't know, I just jumped everything. And he's like, oh, that was the best night of my life. And I'm like, oh, not only you, baby, it was my best night too. And then I'm like, so what do we do next? And he's like, well, next scene, I'm giving birth to a fucking child called Coco Pacuti. Yes, I did name her Coco Pacuti. I don't know where the fuck it came from. But, oh, and he's like, oh, you're the most beautiful woman in the world. And I'm like, woman? And I look at myself. I have breasts and a punani in my dream. Leave it to my dream to turn me into a woman. Okay. I'm like, oh, no wonder you slide in and out easily out of me. It's like, oh, it doesn't hurt. So he starts to laugh. And then next scene, we jump. I'm giving birth to another fucking kid. And this one we called Cupcake. I guess I'm a fat bitch who likes food, you know. I guess part of me had to transfer itself into the dream. So there we were. And then it ends with him asking me to have sex in a sling. And I'm like, of course, baby, just take me. And I wake up because of the fucking alarm. I was so pissed. The funny thing is, when I woke up, George was next to me. And he was breathing hard and heavy, so I was thinking he was having a wet dream too, so it was like connected or something. But the funny thing is, the guy in my dream wasn't George. It was he who shall not be mentioned. Let's just say he's hot and he's from Europe and has dark hair and is like 10 years younger than me. But he's still hot. He's still hot. He's... Whew. Calm down, girl. Calm down. Anyway, let's just say that I saw him that day and I said, "You okay?" And he's like, "Yeah, why?" Nothing. Did you have a weird dream last night or something?" He goes, "No, you were in my dream." I'm like, "Oh, you were in mine." And he's like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "Let's just say that we have a connection." And he started laughing, and I laughed, and we walked away, and I went to the bathroom and jacked off. Yes, that's a Mantasy. Long story short, I like the Mantasy because at least I know when I wake up, it might be sad, but I might still give me some dick. So there you go. Fantasy versus Mantasy. Which one would you like? What is your fantasy? And do you consider it cheating if you actually pursue the person you had a sex dream with in your Mantasy? 3 questions. Comment down below. Talk to you guys later. And I don't deal with bullshit. Oh, and a special shout out to Hot Misa. Love you, girl. Bye.